to Naomi Gomez on the podcast. Welcome, Naomi.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. It's
Yeah,
my first.
thank you. And I like to say that congrats on your the pitch. Well, you're going to be presenting your story just like her. I did read a little bit about it. It is very interesting. I was like, wow, I hope this gets into be made into a film. So congrats on that.
Every time because it's still in process. Like it's a ongoing. Every time I touch the script, I'm changing something. So it's still in the works, but I feel like it's a it's coming along really great. I'm really excited. Everybody that's involved so far is really excited, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much I'm going to change, but it's more or less the same story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I actually want to get, I mean, before we get into the story of Just Like Her, when we want to get to know you. So, where are you from? And what interests you to want to start being into the makeup industry for film and television?
I'm from Las Cruces, New Mexico. I've lived here all my life.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm a desert flower. Even though I hate summers, like I
Yeah.
hate, I love winter. Um, I've been doing makeup all my life since I was young. I mean, I've done makeup on all my friends. I've started doing weddings, and then I got into the film industry through a mutual friend, and she just came up to me and said, "Hey, I'm doing this short, and they need makeup. Do you want to try it?" And I said, "Oh, yes, yes, I do." So I was kind of like just introduced to it, and I got to do my first short, Ryan Rox's first film ever, and I'm really honored that I've been able to do a lot of projects with Ryan, and they've helped me so much. And a lot of what Ryan has done is like it's kind of inspired me to do a lot because they've helped me so much since the beginning. And special effects, I've always been in love with special effects since I was a young girl. I grew up in the 80s, and I would watch 80s horror, and that's my favorite genre. So
80s? Oh, I love the 80s.
oh, I love the 80s. All 80s movies are my favorite, but like horror and all the scary stuff, that's like my passion.
Horror and all that, like in the 80s?
Oh yeah. Oh, even
Wow.
the stuff that's now, but I'm more of like hands-on back then. Like the horror is different than it is nowadays.
Oh, that's true.
It was so different. There were so many techniques and
Oh,
actually to do. Now there's a lot of CGI, but I'm, that's my passion. I love blood.
very. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, well, thanks for sharing about that. And I want to say to Ryan Rox's film, are you talking about Hidden Flora?
No, actually, well, I mean, I also did Hidden Flora, but
Oh, okay.
our very first project was Crawl, and it was
Crawl? Okay, I didn't know that.
a serial killer about John Gacy, and I got to do makeup for that, and it was like really, really awesome that it was also about a serial killer, which is like I love reading and
Mhm.
studying all that stuff. So it was an honor to that's my first ever thing that I ever did in film was that.
That's awesome. And Hidden Flora was actually, wow, an incredible story.
Yeah.
It's sad too, but just the directing behind it, well made. I told her, I said, because I studied somewhat directing as well, but man, I was just very inspired by her work, just the directing aspect of it, and just the story is just incredible. But yeah,
Yeah. Hidden Flora was a really, really good one to put out there. It's a great story
oh
and
yeah.
helped a lot of people. And you know, it's good when you tell stuff like that. You
Mhm.
want films that somebody's going to see one day and be like, you know what, I saw this film and I feel this way, and it's okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree. I agree. Well, now that you're sharing that you're from Las Cruces, which I've been growing a heart for Las Cruces. I've been going out there to, with some other filmmakers and just networking as well. But Las Cruces, it does have its own magical enchantment to it. I mean, it's unique. I know it's small town, but it's just something about it. I love going there more than staying here in El Paso.
wow, that's funny you say that because I love El Paso.
Oh,
So,
okay.
oh my heart is in El Paso.
So we're
So much
both like switching off,
there.
going like, over there, you go over here. Yeah.
But yeah, I do love El Paso a lot. I have a lot of film friends there.
Oh, that's
Everybody's
cool.
really awesome. I love downtown. You
Yeah.
know, I love the oldness of the houses there. So like when I film there, I'm just like, I don't know, it's great. I always feel like I'm in like some haunted place or there's
In
something
downtown or where?
behind the building that we're in when we're downtown.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see why you would think that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stories too. Like I've talked to a lot of people and they're like, "Oh yeah, there's stories."
Oh, yeah, yeah. I can
Love
imagine. Well, there is one with that hotel that burnt down, or it didn't burn down completely, but it did catch on fire. The Dos Soto Hotel.
it.
You've heard
Yeah,
of that one? Yeah.
yeah,
So that one did, but that was pretty haunted. Even Ghost Adventures did an episode there about that hotel. So yeah.
yeah.
But anyway, we're not here to talk about that.
I could talk about that all day, but
Hey, well then, cool. I guess let's grab some coffee and talk right now about it.
yeah,
I actually already have mine. Yeah.
you do. Oh no, I already drank mine.
Oh, okay. But yes, I do like ghost stories and certain things about the history of El Paso, especially the Concordia Cemetery in El Paso. They say that's one of the hauntest cemeteries here in El Paso. So,
I've been on a little tour on that one. It's
oh, have you? Okay.
amazing. You know, every Halloween, like they have stuff like that.
Right, right.
I'll always drag somebody there with me to do it.
I like how you say drag. Like, I don't want to go. Well, you are going.
I'm just like, there's so many things I want to do during that time of year, and I feel like I'm a psycho when I talk to people.
A cycle. You're like, hey, you want to go hang out with some ghosts? Yeah, sure. All right, cool.
I hope we see something, and then the people are gonna be like, I hope we don't.
Right? Like, I don't want something following home. Well, I do.
I love horror so much. Like it's kind of funny that my first film is going to be a coming of age dramedy rather than like a horror because I have some pretty good stuff on paper. But this
Oh,
one I do first because probably for the rest of my life it's going to be nothing but horror films.
is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. But yeah, this
Well,
is going to be different. It's going to be good,
that's cool. Nice. Then we're talking about just like her, right?
just like her.
Yeah. Okay.
First,
Well,
yeah, I
before we,
have stuff. I have
yeah.
other stuff on paper, but this is the one that I said, well, let's do this first so I can actually show that I can do like different genres, different things. And this one's different. This one's good.
Okay. Cool,
Yeah.
cool. Well, before we get into that, I do want to ask you, and then we'll move into the about just like her. Have you ever been to Las Vegas, Nevada lately? Or have you been there lately?
Unfortunately, I haven't.
Okay. Knowing that it seems like you're very big on Ghost and the whole aspect of all that,
Yeah.
you've heard of Ghost Adventures, correct?
Of course. Yes.
Okay. So you know Zach Baggins?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So apparently you probably already know this, is that he has his own haunted museum in Las Vegas near the Fremont Street. And I actually drove by there to check it out. I didn't go in, but I checked it out.
You didn't go in?
No. And the reason why is because I actually met one of the workers that worked there. They were at a retail store I was visiting, and they saw the shirt saying Zach Baggins Haunted Museum. And I asked her, I was like, "Oh, did you go there? How was the experience?" She's like, "Oh no, I worked there." I was like, "Oh, you worked there?" And so I just asked her a few questions on like what goes on visiting that museum. So first, before you even enter the main start of the museum, you have to sign a waiver. And the waiver states that if anything follows you or anything happens to you when you leave the premises, it's out of their responsibility. It's out of their hands. So that's for one. Second, I was like, okay, this she's probably just scaring me or whatever, or saying that. But I'd ask her, okay, what have you seen from guests that have visited this museum? And they said there's times where the tourists come out with bloody noses, scratches on their neck. Some people have fainted. I'm like, holy shit. So yeah, I'm good.
No. You're good?
I'm good. I'm just like,
It's
yeah, I'm cool.
came to me.
I
But
mean,
no,
yeah.
careful where you go because there's stuff that actually can follow you. There's things that I won't touch, you know, Ouija boards and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah.
Stuff like that, like I will stay away from that. Like I like being behind. I don't like being like hands on that stuff. If
Yeah.
it's really that bad, I will protect myself and my energy because
Oh, of course. Yeah. But one interesting thing is because I did see an episode on Ghost Adventures during it was like 4 or 5 years ago. They did an episode there, and they showed some weird stuff that I'm like, you can't even like look at. So there was like a certain doll that's there in her glass case. I think it's
Mhm.
called Peggy, and they said they have a note in the museum saying do not stare at her because she's known to cause heart attacks, cause certain things happen to you after you leave. So you're supposed to pay respect to her by when you pass by her, say like, "Hi, Peggy," something. You say a certain line to show respect. I'm like, what? That's like, I don't know. That's just so.
Uh,
Yeah, it's
just
just there's so much cursed stuff in that museum, artifacts and certain things that.
like really scared to touch anything, but to actually go in there, it'd be pretty cool. Like
Oh yeah.
I have idols. I love Ed and Lorraine Warren. I've read all their
Oh
books.
really? Okay.
I love them. Um, a lot of that stuff really like is haunting to me. It's very interesting.
Very
So
interesting. Yeah.
yeah,
I hope you
it's
go.
you know, I have a feeling like if I go in there, something will definitely follow me out, and then we'll have a lot of problems after that.
I
But
don't know, but I did drive by the place and I one night when I lived out there and I saw it, I was like, it's creepy, man. It was past hours like closing, but like the area just like, oh my God, like it just gave me chills seeing it, from far. So
definitely,
anyway, yeah. But anyway, let's continue on
okay,
because we can go about all day about Zach Baggins and his adventures.
yes,
So just like hers, so actually for those that don't know the pitchers, I take it you're gonna pitch the idea to filmmakers and see if they're interested in wanting to do this. Is that how it goes at the film fest?
yes, yes.
Okay.
I'm very nervous about it.
Because
Very.
I've never been in one to be there to experience that. So usually how does it go?
I mean, actually, I did get to go see one, so I know what it's about. You go up there, you talk a little bit about yourself. You
Okay.
you have so many minutes, so that's a little nerve wracking in
Oh
itself.
wow.
It's
You're-
to get everything out there that you need. There's certain points that you got to go and make, and hopefully somebody like grabs it, or hopefully you're just like talking to somebody that really really wants to help first time filmmakers. And I think there's three pictures. That's right, three pictures. And then I'm second. So let's see how it goes. It's my first time. I mean, I've pitched a lot of stuff, a lot of different times, but it's different. This is different. This is important. So I want to get it right. So I'm more nervous than I ever have been.
Well,
Hopefully
we
this is
believe in you and we know you can do it and just do your best and let the rest just flow.
yeah, let's
You
hope.
know, let's hope. But
Yeah.
now the story with Just Like Her, what is the story? How did you come up with the story and what's the story about?
Oh, the story. Oh yeah. Well, um the story, just like her, is actually based on true events. It's a coming of age. It's got a lot of drama, and it's comedic because the things that a lot of it is based on true events. That I have a sister. She's my best friend. I grew up with her. We are only a year apart, so we did a lot of things together that we shouldn't have done. When
Oh,
we, so
okay.
a lot of stuff, a lot of it is based on what our own experiences were when we were teens, our
Mm,
everything. And instead
okay.
of putting two different characters, I kind of meshed us into one. I have two sons. She has a daughter and a son.
Okay.
Her Our relationship with our mother growing up is about the same relationship with her and her daughter. And I hear the stories and I laugh and I look back and later I'll call her and I'll say, sister, you're just like mom. And we did that. But she's like, shh, I don't want her to know we did that. And that's kind of like what it's about. It's about the things that we do when we're teens. I mean, we go out there and we have these experiences, and sometimes our parents don't even know
Yep.
that we're doing that. And then we become mothers, and especially with girls, you want to shelter them and you want them to make better choices and you want them to do better than you all the time. But at the same time, being a teen, you know everything, and you want to fight with everybody. And especially your mom, you're always butting heads with your parents and your mom.
Uh, true.
because you don't want to tell your child, well, I know because I've been through it and I did this and I did that and I did that. Because then they're going to turn around and be like, oh, well, you did it, you know?
Very true. Yeah.
But it's kind of like you don't want them to be just like you, but they end up being just like you. And there's a lot of that in there. All the experiences about the film, or they're all true. So basically, it's about a daughter and her relationship with her mother. It starts off with them fighting. She ends up going to her grandparents. She wants to move out. So she finds her mother's old journals, and as she's reading through these journals, it flashbacks to when her mother was her age,
Oh,
and that's like kind of the middle of the film. It's showing everything that her mother went through, everything that she doesn't know that she went through. And it turns out, there's a lot of similarities. And there are reasons why her mother is telling her, I need to slow down. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. Don't be so quick to grow up, and don't make decisions that are going to you'll regret later. But you can't say that to a teenager, you know? Thinking back, like all the decisions I made when I was young shaped me who I am now. And I can't hate them, even though
right.
them were heartbreaking. A lot of them were just like, I don't know why I put myself through there. And my mother did tell me, she could always pinpoint when the friend was bad. She's like, I'm
Mhm.
hanging around that girl, Naomi. She's not good. She's this, she's that. And I would always be like, you don't know her.
Mm.
But that's kind of what the film is about. And then at the end, of course, the daughter finds that she's just like her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, like for your own experience, if your mom told you, "Hey, that person I don't feel right about," and you're like, "Mom, you don't even know that person," and but then come to find out later in life or later on, you find out something, you're like, "Wow, my mom was right." Has
She
that
was
happened to you?
always right.
Yeah.
Every single friend, I mean, I only had one boyfriend growing up, but she never really, like, she'd always say he's not the one.
Oh,
I
no.
that he'd be around for a long time, but she would tell me he's not the one, he's not the one, and he wasn't. He was just someone that was going to be there at the beginning of my life. And
Oh,
the friends, oh my god, all the friends that we went through, um it's crazy. I mean, we still have a lot of good friends that we grew up with, but
right.
the bad ones just kind of like got weeded out.
Yeah.
And my mother would always say, like, that's not a good friend. She's going to be like this. She's going to do that. And she was right every single time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Wishing,
So, so
period.
just like her is somewhat similar to that, to kind
Yeah.
of like not good.
Yeah. It's kind of like, well, I mean, how can I? So, there's a lot of experiences. There's a lot of stuff, that teens go through. Uh, there is going to be a lot of dramatic situations that might trigger people,
Right.
but the things that we went through when we were young, and I want to put them in there. Uh,
Okay.
the thing that I love the most about this is going to be 1997 to 2000,
Oh, okay.
and the mother was young when it goes back to when the mother
Yeah.
was young. And there's so many different things. I mean, we were like on the cusp of technology. We didn't have phones with cameras. I mean, if you had a cell phone, I mean, it was a flip phone and you were rich or you had money. You know, dad or your mom got it for you.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, yeah.
if there were hardly any like pictures taken during that time,
Yeah.
unless Polaroid, you go and you develop the film. There's a lot of different things. Like back then, if you wanted to smoke weed, you'd have to go through your cousin's friend in a weird neighborhood, and
Right.
on the corner. So there's different things. There's a lot of things that I'm going to touch on that we had to experience when we were younger through our friends. We had friends that went through some stuff, and it's crazy how you can just go to like Walgreens and pick up a Plan B now, because back then you had to take your friend to the clinic,
Nice.
or
Yeah.
there were things that you had to do that are so different now.
Yeah.
You know, it's different times. Even dating is different. Like
Oh,
back
very different. Yeah. Huh.
right, like at the touch of your hand on a screen, and that
Yeah.
to actually go meet somebody. So there's
Mhm.
going to be different things, that
Yeah.
we're back and forth on, that's present day and then back then. And I just, It's
I want to ask you real quick, what's your thoughts on the dating scene lately? Like just but not just over the app or something, but more like just how you meet with people and it's just sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's just like I don't know. I feel like it's a little different from the 90s.
yeah, it is different. It's so different.
Yeah.
I'm not on any dating. I've never gotten on any dating apps.
Oh, okay.
Or done the Tinder or I don't know, the fishy thing. I don't
Oh,
know.
plenty of fish.
Plenty of fish. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have Facebook and I do have Instagram, and I
Yeah.
mean, I just before, but I'm an old fashioned person, and I really like the fact that everybody I've ever like had a relationship with, I've actually met in person.
Oh, good. Okay. So either knowing from a friend or something. Yeah.
Or being in the right place, and
Or
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah. I don't agree with the dating apps. It's too easy. You know, it's I don't. It's like I mean I've seen people like swiping here and
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a swiper, so I'm an old fashioned person.
And
I'm over 40, so it's not fun.
well, I'm old fashioned as well. I actually prefer to meet someone in person than the app first because I feel like they already see who you are. They're filling you out. They
Yeah.
already get your vibe.
Yep.
You know,
Energy.
yeah. And I feel like it's a little different when it's on the app because you're communicating for what, a month or so, and then all of a sudden you meet in person and it's just a little
Yeah.
different
You know,
experience. You're just like,
I all about looks, and yeah, I can't. I mean, I'm sure if I was 20, it'd be great, but that was a long time ago. That's
oh, good old
something
days.
when I was like 19, 20. But yeah, that's
Well, I'm near 40 almost.
are you? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
over. Thank you very
I'm
much.
I'll be 38 this year. So
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah.
Huh. I'll be
Um,
43.
no, really. Okay.
Yeah.
You're still young.
Right.
I
You're so,
mean, yeah, I think
but yeah.
the only
No,
time I think it goes to like old or something like that, it's like what, 60s, 70s maybe? I don't know. I mean, what's the line that's drawn where you say that's old or you're old?
I don't feel my age. I have a lot of energy and I'm still good. Except
Hey,
when
that's good.
sometimes when I exercise, I feel like Kung Fu Panda, but you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think 40s, 50s are still young. I think 60s, 70s when you're like, okay, you're getting old. I don't know.
Oh,
From what I've heard from other people saying.
dang, I don't know. I can't imagine 70.
I
I
don't
I mean, my hair is gray already, if you can believe it.
know. Well, I can't even see, or I just see dark, but it, okay, well, still I can see it, but it looks all nice and black, so like okay.
I see the wrinkles under my eyes.
We can't even see that, so you're good.
With
Anyways, so all right, so the dating scene seems kind of different, but this your story reminds me a little bit of that film that came out in 2006, I think 5 or 6. It's an older film, but it's called 13.
13.
Yeah, it's an older. I remember when it came out. It's about two teenage girls and their mom, or one teenage girl who really is going about her life, living the life that she pretty much just wants to do, right? Or like whatever. And then her mom is, a single mom dating a guy, but she's trying to help her younger teenage daughter. But the teenage daughter is really rebelling a lot. Like, no, mom, I'm gonna go with my friends. No, mom, this and that, and their mom's just stressed out because her daughter's really going on the deep side of life, and but it's just very interesting because she does reference that a little bit, like, well, I don't want you to end up like I am, and
Oh,
it's deep. It's a very
I
it
think
to
you're talking about. I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it? Yeah, that film is like it's to the point of like, man, is that like whoever wrote this story like had that experience maybe like because it was real. Like I felt like this was some real
I
talk.
actually, if I'm correct, the actress in there, I don't remember her last name. Her first name is Nikki, and it was based on her life. It was based on her life.
Really? On the
That's
movie 13?
yeah. If
Oh,
it
okay.
if it is the one that I'm thinking of, yeah. Yeah. So I am gonna have to watch it
Well,
because
here I'm gonna pull it up. There, you can see it.
yeah,
There,
I bet
there's a poster.
which one. I think it's that one where they have like their tongues out and they have their teeth.
Yes, that one. That's the one. There's a poster. See?
I would always see it, and
Yeah.
I like no pass, pass, pass. Like I'm
Really?
very
You would pass it?
I did,
Oh
but
wow.
is my son was watching a show, HBO show, um,
Okay.
years back, and he said you got to watch this show. It's bad, but you got to watch it. It was Euphoria. Everybody's talking about it, so I started
Okay.
watching. I was like, oh my god, wow, I'm in love with the makeup in this film.
Yeah.
So um, there a lot of that stuff, a lot of those experiences. It is going to be like just like her. Although
Wow.
I want too many. I want it to be more of like a PG kind of. I don't want
Oh.
too vulgar. I don't want anything too rated R. Although when you're a teen, I mean,
Mm.
there's a lot of sex involved. There's a lot of situations like that. But I'm gonna try and be as courteous as I can, especially
Okay.
for parents. I'm a huge daddy's girl.
Are you? Okay.
I am. I'm a huge daddy's girl. I love my dad so much.
Oh, that's good.
But my mom, like, just these past like 15 years, I've my relationship with my mom has changed so much. I love this woman so much.
Wow.
Um, she's the best, and for her to put up with me and my sister, oh my goodness. I mean, too. My dad too. I mean, there were times when we were out and they didn't know we were out, got caught, and we'd be driving up
Oh my God.
the street and we'd be with our friends and is that your dad? And we're like, we're looking, yep, that's her dad. He's standing outside with an axe,
Oh man. Really? With an axe?
front of the house, in front of the gate,
Nice.
so we could see him when we were driving up
Dang.
for the night. And some of our friends were like, get out, get out of our car. Like, we're like, no, drive away. Like, that's your dad?
Wow.
Out. I'm like, no, you're gonna go through this too. You picked us up.
Yep, you're coming along this journey with my dad.
So,
That's
no,
funny.
like I love them. There's stuff that they know that we went through, but there's
Yeah.
also that they don't know we went through, and you know, it's I want other people to see the film and be like, you know what, I did go through that. I did that, and I want it to spark something in someone and say, maybe I should change. I
Mm,
want the younger generation to see maybe I
yeah.
should be a little bit better to my mom,
Yeah.
both parents. But since I'm so close to my dad, I mean, I did this a lot for my mom too, and I
Oh,
want to know that she's in my heart and I love her, and
right.
so I wanted this to be a mother daughter because I've done so much for my dad.
That's awesome.
Oh,
I'm
there's a
glad. Yeah.
like, you just love your dad. I'm like, I do, but I love you too. So there's
Well,
gonna be of that, and like the way I'm referencing so much, I'm putting little Easter eggs in it because me and my sister grew up watching film. That was my passion. My film has always been my passion since I was young.
that's awesome. Wow.
I've seen so many movies and I think I get on my fiance's nerves because I reference so much. Like just recently made him I made him watch The Godfathers because
Oh, you did.
yeah,
Cool.
because I was always referencing them and he'd be like, I don't know what that I don't know. I don't know. And I'm like, you're going to know. You know that? You're gonna know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like this film is kind of like Euphoria meets Still Magnolias
Okay.
with a little bit of adventures in babysitting because
All right.
you know so it's going to be fun, but there's going to be a lot of drama and a lot of comedy because now that I think back and when I read the script, I'm like, that's funny.
That's
Like it's a serious situation, but it's funny when you're an adult.
well, yeah. I mean, I gotta say, it's very fascinating just to know that this is part of your journey too in that script. You know what I mean? Like you and your sister, and just knowing that's a touch of that. And I think it'd be incredible to see that. Um, how do you? I mean, I hope it works out. I mean, we wish the best for you that some, filmmaker or producer will want to, get this started.
I hope so. I
Yeah.
mean, if not, I'm going to be doing this by myself. But it's I'm really excited for it. I
Yeah.
think it's a great story. And then me being a makeup artist, it's going to be really important to
Yeah.
have the best. You know, I have like these ideas of when, I mean, I grew up wearing like a lot of makeup when I was younger and a lot of trends, and then the makeup now. Like, I really want to incorporate that.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
I'm glad. I'm glad you want to incorporate that. Yeah. What films have you worked on? If you'd like to share, it's like your latest as a makeup artist.
as a makeup artist, oh, well, I have one coming up. That's
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of special effects in it, and I'm really excited.
Oh, cool. Which one's this?
This one's called Daddy's Girl, and it's going to be filmed in Rio Doso, my favorite.
Wow, really? That's cool.
It's going to be a lot of crazy special effects, and this is the first time that I've actually get to like make stuff that I've never made before. I don't want to say too much, but there will be blood,
Mm.
lots of blood.
Oh my God.
Be directed by Austin Smith. I'm excited to do this one, especially because it's in Rio Doso, and I've been wanting to do like this like crazy slasher film in the woods.
Wow.
You know,
Cool.
yeah.
When you guys start filming?
We start filming Friday,
Oh,
which
this
is
Friday,
yeah.
tomorrow.
I'm gonna be driving up there really early, doing my thing and prepping my assistants,
Yeah.
everything, and then I'm gonna drive back to do the pitch. And then as soon as the pitch
Oh,
is
this
done,
starts tomorrow, right?
yeah,
Oh, wow. Okay.
I've been doing something every week with film,
Wow.
and trying to get ready for the pitch and trying to like write. So it's been pretty hard. My life has been pretty busy lately.
Well,
This
that's good.
it is good. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm super blessed. I mean, I'm booked all summer. I have projects.
Wow. Incredible. That's
Yeah,
awesome. Good
yeah.
for you. I'm glad you're booked the whole summer.
I
And
am.
hopefully the
I mean,
next 6 months too.
I have some days in between here or there, but pretty much I'm doing film all summer, and I'm very happy and blessed about it.
That's awesome. I love the fact that you're doing what you love, being
Yeah,
passionate about it, and wake up in the morning and just like, I'm doing what I love. And that's what I want the best for everyone who sees this interview is make that time for what you love. You know,
yeah. That's
please,
exactly
please do.
this. I was pushed by my one of my very best friends to just do it. Just do
Do
it.
it.
So
Just
I
do it.
did want somebody to see my film one day and be like, "Well, I really love the lighting in this film,
Mm,
the makeup. I really love this scene and
yeah.
really like to write something like this."
Would
So,
you ever want to direct a film?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I want to do.
So wait, I mean, so with just like her, are you wanting to direct it, or you just want to find someone who's gonna
No,
produce it and direct it?
I'm going to be I'm going to be I wrote it and I'm going to be directing it.
Oh, you are? Okay. Awesome. See,
Yeah.
I didn't know that part of that. You were trying to find a director
I'm
and a producer.
looking for a cast and crew. I already have a couple of the main people casted already.
Oh, really? Okay.
Looking for crew. Yeah, I have the main character. Her name's Stevie.
Stevie. Okay.
Yes, that's very. I had that was an important thing to put in my film because my name was supposed to be Stevie. Um, my mother wanted to name me after Stevie Nicks.
Very cool.
For circumstances, she could not name me Stevie, so she ended up naming me Naomi, which is
Naomi. Okay.
odd. Odd name, huh, Naomi? But she that's what she decided, and I.
Okay.
But it's still like it's a thing with me and my sister and my niece, who is the lead actress in my film. Her name is Juliani Hicks.
Oh, okay.
She's gonna be great, and
Nice.
he's Stevie,
It's Stevie. Okay.
the daughter.
Interesting that, yeah, very interesting that your mom's a fan of Stevie Nicks. Very cool.
Oh yeah, I grew up with music too. Like
Oh,
I was a Leonard Skinner fan when I was a baby.
oh, there you go.
I mean, my parents before they had kids, they were traveling to concerts. So
Really?
they got married and they got into my dad's van and they traveled concerts.
Heck yeah.
I know. What a life, huh? I
Oh
know.
man, I can imagine back then.
Oh yeah.
Like, let's go see God, I just had the mind Pink Floyd.
Oh yeah.
Go see Black Sabbath back in the late 70s, like at their prime. Oh, let's go see David Bowie.
Yes, they saw all of that.
They did? They seen David Bowie? Oh
Every they saw
man.
that. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
their life when they were young before they had kids was amazing. I I love it. I wish that I wish I had that. I wish I could
I
do that.
wish I had that
I
too.
wish I could just like go with my husband and go like touring all kinds of concerts. That would be
God, that'd be the life to be like,
back then. It was
yeah.
so back then. The music was way better.
And the ticket pricing was way cheaper.
Yep. And my dad had this like big old van and there was nothing in the back but like just a bed and suitcases and bean bags. And I didn't find out that they smoked a lot of weed until I was
Well,
8.
I mean, if they're gonna go see Def Leppard and
Yeah,
Ozzy and
dinner
Pink Floyd, I would think they're gonna be lighting something
there,
up.
in the stones and yeah, there,
Wow, cool
yeah,
parents, man, that they did that. That's so cool.
yeah. So I love music as well. I have a great playlist because of my parents.
Okay, so speaking of that, before we move on, what is your playlist looking like right now with who you're listening to?
Right now, well, I do have a lot of Leonard Skinner in there.
Whoa.
I love Pearl Jam. I love Pearl.
Yes, they're good too. Yeah.
I have a lot of Post Malone.
Oh, do you? Okay.
A lot of Post Malone. I have a lot of Dwight Yoakam.
Okay.
Like
Now, Post Malone, as in like his countryside now, or more of his younger
no,
side of back when?
from the beginning to now. Like
Oh, okay. The whole history of it.
so,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Interesting. Very
I mean,
cool.
a little bit of everything in there. There's some Sublime. I mean,
Hmm.
of course, there's the '90s rap. I mean, I love '90s rap. Wherever I go, if there's an, I'll be Alexa, play '90s rap.
Uh,
Yep.
there you go. Name one artist from the 90s rap.
Oh my God, I have to. I love Dr. Dre because I grew
Whoa, okay.
up. I love Tupac. I love Biggie.
Okay.
I love all
Okay.
those old school like
Oh, man.
it's the beats that they had, coming
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Now those and me and my sister were different because she liked Two Live Crew, and
Okay.
I hated them, And I remember one time going to the tracks place here, and my dad had to go with us, and he had to buy the CD for us. And my stupid sister is like, I want this CD. And I didn't realize that it was Two Live Crew. And my dad didn't realize it was Two Live Crew. I mean, he's like, oh, I'm going to take my daughters to buy some music. The
Yeah.
guy checking us out was like, he looked at the CD and he looked at us and he goes, sir, you sure you want to buy this for your daughters? And my dad was like, yeah, it's music. Why? And he grabs the CD and he looks at the back of it and the names of the songs. I was like, I didn't realize
Oh, man.
actually was until he looked at us and goes, which one of you got this? And I was like, oh,
Ah.
I didn't want to tell on her because that's my wingman.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. He was like, I don't want you guys listening to this stuff. This stuff is not good. I don't like this. I'm not going to buy this one for you. I'm like, well, I
Oh, great.
got Elton John's greatest hits, so there's that.
Oh, you got that in place of that. Okay, yeah. Yeah,
I'm
we'll keep it G.
that there's just some stuff that that I didn't like listening to that she liked listening to, and that was
Ah, okay.
that day. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm.
Well, I just want to say before we end on our episode, thank you again for coming on to share. And we're really happy for you. I hope the best for you for the Femme Frontera Film Festival for you to be pitching your idea just like her. And I love the fact that even if it doesn't work out, you're still going to do it. Just do it, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of
Yeah,
course.
it's just,
Do that. I mean, I'm still gonna do makeup. I'm
yeah.
special effects in films. I'm only getting better. So I'm still in it. I'm not going anywhere. And I'm actually
Awesome.
gonna be doing my own films now. And
There you go.
yeah.
Well, if you're ever needing a little stand-in actor or background actor, I'm trying to let everyone know that even if I'm just walking across the street, that's fine.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, I've been brought up in the film industry too, like not throughout my life, but like my brother is in LA doing film. And I've always been passionate about it, but I've always been behind the camera, as in like wanting to direct films, trying to get certain things like that. But I'm like, you know what? Why not like as of now be a stand-in? Like I'm in the
Yeah.
background, just something quick. I don't need lines.
I'll
So,
be with you. Hopefully, I'm gonna
was
be
that?
getting and I will cast you in this one. I
Yeah,
need that'd be great.
that'd be cool. I'm
Yeah,
always I'm always open to that. So,
yeah. It'd be great to come back on the podcast. I have a lot of stories.
oh, you're
So
always welcome to come back. Yeah, feel free to share more. I know we're only on a time frame, but
darn time
yeah,
frame.
I mean, I have friends that come back on and share, and yeah, I'd love for you to come back and share more stories. Now, one thing about my guests that I like to ask is, the journey hasn't always been pleasant, right? You've been through certain obstacles, certain, just who knows? I mean, so it's just I guess, what can you say to the viewers that are going through something where they're like, I wish I could do that, but I can't, or, I let fear stop me, or maybe my finances are not all there for me to pursue what I want to do. Like for me, I just came from an interview. I just had my first interview in person, which I was all grateful for. I had a studio invite me. Her name is Ileana from Echoes and Aesthetics. She invited me to be interviewed, so she interviewed me. But I gotta say, it's like I said in my interview that we don't have all the time in the world. We're not promised tomorrow. Things happen very unexpectedly, where you just never know. And that's why what you have going on now, which I'm really happy for you, is good. But for
Mhm.
those that are just like, I'll put it off, or my fear, I don't know what people will say about me because of, me starting. I feel like I'm gonna get criticized by family or friends. And the thing is, it's like, well, what is it you want to do? What is it that you want to do? It's gonna make you happy, then that makes you feel alive, passionate about it. Where you wake up like you are, Naomi, where you wake up tomorrow morning heading to Rio Doso and you're just like, yes, like I'm doing something I love. And then I come back and I'm going to the film festival pitching. I mean, you're doing what you love.
Mhm.
And I say that's living the impossible. What I mean by that, live the impossible, is not saying you're doing something like, oh my God, it's like so impossible to do. But the thing is saying you're doing stuff that other people are wishing they could do that. That you're doing something that other people are not able to do that, but they are going to get there, hopefully. But you are living the dream. You're in that moment where you're driving like, thank you God for letting me have this. That I'm not working an 8 to 5 corporate job, not doing where I'm fulfilled, you
That
know. So yeah. So I don't know advice you'd like to share on your end to those that might be going through some struggle of belief in themselves to get to that point where you're at.
yeah. Well, if somebody would have told me 15 years ago that I would be here, I would not believe them.
Wow.
But my advice to people is if you must put it off, put it off. But don't let it go.
Mm,
And go.
yeah.
I mean, finances do get in the way, life gets in the way.
Right.
Meant for you, it will be there waiting for you.
Yeah.
I the only thing also I can say is I don't wish you luck. I don't wish you good luck.
Mm,
I wish you endurance
mm,
because endurance is the strength to withstand.
yep.
You're going to need that. You're going
Yeah.
to need some strong endurance to be able to take the criticism that you're going to take
Mm,
in this industry.
yeah. Very
And
good.
anything you do in life and anything, and do it scared.
Yeah.
I don't care when, I don't care how, do it scared. If you're
Mm.
scared, do it, jump, take that leap, and it will be worth it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well said. That's right. Do it scared because
do it
I
scared,
like I
but
like that you say that. Do it scared because when you're scared is when you challenge yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, even to come out of a different level than where you were at. And when you see where you came from to where you're at, you're gonna be like, wow, look what you build that confidence. Like I did that. And then you say, what else can I do? You
yes.
know?
And you know what too? Like I'm I'm a very religious person, but I don't go to church. I believe in God. I read the Bible. My dad's a deacon at his church.
Really? Okay.
Yes, I mean, I owe all this to God. All this is to the glory of God all the time.
Oh, amen.
From my heart, God first. That is very important. It's always
Wow.
very important to have God in your life and God first, or whatever is a positive in your life that you can believe in, any kind of higher power that's going to
Mm,
be good for you, to do good things, to be a kind person, because it's all worth it. It's
right.
worth it. God is good. all the time.
Amen. Yeah, I'm a believer as well. So I'm glad we have that in common too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I was saying real quick before we end, I was in the interview that I had earlier. I mentioned that one of my favorite stories is Abraham, right? Abraham and Sarah. When God and the two angels come and meet Abraham at the tent,
Hmm.
and God tells Abraham you're gonna have a son at what 100 years old, and then Sarah the same, you're gonna have a son at 100 years old or around the older age. And back then it was different, right? Because
Right.
it's just different. But one thing that I'm getting at is, and that's one thing I mentioned in the interview, is just how God's even asking us the same thing, where we laugh at God, where we think, yeah, right, we're not qualified for that. But it's very interesting how when Sarah was in the tent prepping their food, and here God told Abraham, you're going to have a son at this certain age from them both, that Sarah laughed, and then what comes back outside, serves them, and then God asked her, Sarah, can I ask you, why did you laugh? And then she was startled because she's like, how did he know I laughed? I was in the tent. I wasn't near them. But he asked in a way that wasn't like upsetting. He was just curious. He's like, is there a reason why you laughed? And she's like, oh no. She's like, can I ask you, was there anything too hard for the Lord that he cannot do? And Sarah was like, no. Then why did you laugh? And the thing is, it's for us where he asked us that, why do you doubt? Why are you fearful? Why are you afraid? Haven't you seen my journey, what I've protected you from, where I've helped you, where I've come to help you in last minute things in your life, and look where you're at? And why do you still doubt? Why do you still not have as the faith that I know you can have? You still question. Haven't I shown everything that I could be as your heavenly father to you to where you're at? And that's the thing that I talk to myself too about it, because I'm not at all perfect in my walk,
Yep.
but there's things that we need to be reminded, and it's like, God forgive me that I doubt so much, that I have certain doubts and I question myself, and I always try to feel like I know more than you, and the thing is, sometimes we just have to surrender and just like, all right, you know what, I'm gonna try it, and whatever happens, I'm gonna be okay. And he's like, that's what I want. I want faith.
He wants the uttermost faith.
Yeah.
And that's basically what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Surrender everything to him, give it to him.
There you
And
go.
because it works.
It does. It's
It,
hard. Sometimes hard, but
yeah.
in the reward in the long run, you're like, that is why. Or thank you for
It's
pushing.
so strong now. I'm very proud of it.
Yeah.
And I'm happy. I'm a happy person. And it's took a lot of heartache to be this calm, this happy.
Wow. I can't imagine.
Yes, been through a lot. But I
That's
can,
why I feel like you need to come back on the podcast to share that testimony.
oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but yes, thank you, Naomi. And
Yeah.
I got to say, I can't imagine what you probably have been through and what you went through. And I mean, I wish we had more time to hear that. But just to see where you're at right now in your life is a blessing. You're alive and you're doing what you love, and that's a blessing itself. And not everyone is able to have that. And I'm not saying they won't have that, but hey, you have that, and that's good.
Very happy. I'm very blessed for this. And I'm, uh, like I said, do it scared.
That's
And
right.
I began this podcast with saying how nervous I was. And I mean, I am nervous, but hopefully things go good and I get
Yes, hopefully.
a story. This is the first one for me, and it's the first of many.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
right. First of many.
Yes.
Well, before we end, how can the viewers follow you on social media? If you'd like to put that.
I I have Facebook, Naomi Gomez. My Facebook is just for film, and then again, I have my Instagram. It's Naomi underscore makeup artist or film makeup artist, or I know it's long.
All
I
right,
need
I'll put it up. It's cool.
to put that up there.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Put that
So
up.
Instagram is a lot. I use that platform. So, all
Cool. Nice.
right.
Well, thank you so much, Naomi Gomez, for coming on Rhythm and Roads for the Femme Frontera Film Festival interview series.
Good luck, all the pictures and everybody in this festival. I'm sorry I cannot see it. I'm going to be working this weekend, but I'm excited.
Yeah. And we're excited for you as well. Safe
Thank,
travels tomorrow to Ruidoso. And we
thank you.
wish you the best on the pitch on the Just Like Her. And
All
then,
right.
guys, follow me on Instagram, Rhythm and Roads Official. That's my page for the podcast. And please like and subscribe on the Rhythm and Roads YouTube, which is the link on my Instagram account. I really would appreciate it. It helps support the artists and their stories and future artists to come. So it means a lot to me. Thank you so much. All
Thank
right,
you.
guys. Well, thank you for watching, and we will catch you on the next episode.